is part 4 of a 4-part series, and it's all about renovating your first home. And so if you haven't watched the other 3 videos, jump back in and have a look. Oh, renovating first home. I was talking to a lady this morning, and she's a renovation consultant, and we identified that it's so different. And this is what she's finding out. It's very different renovating somebody else's home where there's no emotion attached as it is to renovating your own space. And if this is your first renovation and you're really, really pushing the boundaries and you want to get it right the first time, it can be a little bit overwhelming. You can put too much pressure on yourself, especially when it comes to product selection and especially when it comes to tradies and their quality of work. So how to survive your first renovation. Firstly, you've seen on the block right, people give themselves somewhere to escape to that's a little bit together. So the first thing I suggest is that you do a bedroom first. So if you get a bedroom done, it gives you somewhere that's calm and lovely to retreat to in amongst the chaos in the rest of the house if you're living in the space while the renovation is going on. It gives you somewhere where you can get your thoughts in order, where you can be clean and go and you know, retire at or retire to at the end of the day. So it's really important that you have just one space done, and the bedroom is a perfect place to start because they're pretty easy renos to knock over. Even if you don't have the wardrobe sorted out properly, at least you've got the walls and the flooring done and a nice clean bed to rest your head. So that's really important, I think, is just give yourself one zone that is pretty well done and finished. The second thing is to section off that zone with either a plastic sheet or a door. Keep your kids safe and your pets. Be aware of what's going on around you and preempt what's going to happen, which it might be difficult when you've never done a renovation before, but it's important to try and guess who's coming and what access they'll need and what you need to do with your dog or your cat or your kids to enable the tradies to come in and do their thing. Time is money with tradies, so you want them to flow in, do their work and go out, and not be charging you a fortune while they're fiddling around with stuff like putting your dog on a lead. So make sure that you've thought about that right up front. In essence, we live so opulently that we forget how easy it is to live with a few simplistic things: somewhere to go to the toilet, somewhere to have a shower, somewhere to cook simple food, or somewhere to eat takeaway food for a week or so while your kitchen's being pulled apart. So it is possible to live on less or with less facilities inside your own home. Just be prepared to glamp it, camp it, treat it like camping, treat it with a little bit of fun. Enjoy the process. Don't be too hard on yourselves while you're living in chaos. My husband and I couldn't care less. It sounds like here I am with my hair done and my lipstick on and everyone thinks, oh, you know, she's got to have all of this. I actually don't care how I live. Don't care. I can live in a mess. I can live in a half renovated house. I can be tripping over wheelbarrows. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But some people are very, very worried about having things with dust on them. And so, you know, just be realistic about what your environment is going to be like. And if you think you're not going to be able to live like that, if it's not in your character, then go and rent a hotel or go and stay at your mum's place for a few weeks or months, even while this goes on. If you're okay with living in an environment that is a little bit, I'll call it underdone, then stay in your property. The thing I like about being in there is I can do some tidying up at nighttime. I can get some stuff done to help the tradies, and I'm not paying exorbitant rent, and rents around here are exorbitant. And I've done that once while we did a new build, and I thought, not really a fan of giving thousands away per month to somebody else. So we can live on less than we are accustomed to. Emotionally, keep it kind. Just remember the word kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your partner, and be kind to your tradies and everybody who's dealing with you and your renovation and trying to help you get the job finished. Kindness goes a long way, and you don't hear many renovation coaches talking about kindness, but it's the front runner for me. and it keeps tradies happy. They'll do more for you than if you've got to say, this is not quite up to scratch. Because you've been kind and they've already formed a relationship with you, you'll get away with a lot more when it comes to, would you mind doing that again? Or what happened here when it comes to those conversations. So lead with kindness, guys. Set realistic budgets and timeframes for yourself, particularly in this market. It's not taken longer than it is right now for a long time, and hasn't taken this long to get renovations completed. They are getting done. You're going to have to hustle a little bit harder to get your tradies on the ground, and be kind to those tradies because they've got a stack of other jobs lined up in front of them. So understand that you're playing in this market. Set realistic timeframes for yourself and budgets. So whereas a few years ago, we'd get 3 quotes from tradies and we pick the quotes and then we'd sit back and say, are you right to start next week? And they'll say, yes, I am. Not today, right? Get everyone organized in advance, set realistic timeframes. You might have a day or two where there's no one on site, and understand that that's what's happening right now, and that it is okay. It is okay. All right. So, renovating is such a beautiful thing. It's been amazing for my husband and I, and it's amazing for the over 600 students that I have in my group. And it is all about not getting too tangled up in the emotion of it, treating it like a business, being serious about the numbers and the purchases, and realistically just being kind to yourself and kind to everybody else. So there you go, guys. That's this week's session. You can find me on YouTube under Renovate and Real Estate. Click like and subscribe. Leave some comments down here or leave some comments on YouTube. I don't mind at all. Thanks for everyone who's joined me. These recordings are always available in the Facebook group, the Mums and Dads Renovators and Decorators group. Keep your eye in that group and make sure you're on our email list so that I can let you know when there's the opportunity to come and join me for some free training. And I'm friendly, so I'm always happy to answer anyone's questions, whether they're inside my group or not yet working with me at that higher level. Cheers, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.